Liverpool travel to Newcastle tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be speaking about the game tonight, Monday night football, of course. Alexander Isak news, more news surfacing. Alexander Isak situation and story. We're also going to be touching on Mark Guehi. Sit back, enjoy the show.
Pause.
This is your favorite show of the week. Let's go.
Eddie Howe versus Arnie Slaughter in a custody of Isak ladder match.
Whoa. Hey.
Arnie Slaughter. Eddie Howe. Accompanied reluctantly to the ring by Alexander Isak. Oh, and Arnie Slaughter ambushes Eddie Howe. Why is he stuck back there? And here we go! Eddie Howe's got Arnie Slaughter already! Comes to sleep! He puts him out on the ramp! Eddie Howe's looking to climb the ladder. I'm gonna be who's this? Alexander Isak! What's he doing? Mate, what is Isak doing? What is he doing? Arnie Slaughter submitted Eddie Howe on the outside of the ring. Arnie Slaughter's climbing the ladder. Isak's just laid into Eddie Howe. Arnie Slaughter defeats Eddie Howe and wins a box of nerds. What the fuck? I think we know where Isak's heading off to now.
I put him down. I said, is he early in for training? No.
That is brilliant.
What the fuck have I just watched?
Brilliant. That is
There
brilliant.
we go. I love that right there.
Who's that content creator who did that?
I have no idea.
I'm not even giving credit here, Sam.
Velvish One is my graphic designer. Okay? Callum, when you get to a certain level, you have to employ people. Okay? They do these things for you.
Wow.
They do
So let me
these
get-
things.
So you're just out here clipping up other people and just throwing it on your channel.
I'm not
credit, no
clipping
nothing.
people. Velvish One is
shocking.
clipping people. See, that's the
Vel.
Shocking.
Vel, put his name in the chat, man.
Did I do a good impression of the Coppish intro?
That was very good.
I thought you were Cal.
That's
for a
how
minute.
Callum says it usually when he starts the show, isn't it? That's how
No,
he says it.
you forgot the whole. This is Coppish collab with such and such and such and such. Sit back, relax.
Oh, yeah.
And then the intro where like we all feature for like a blink.
No, I'd never do that to you. Never do that to you. Like, even if I feature Callum, it's at least 13 seconds.
Come on. Let me have a quick. Yeah, there we go. Come on. You lot see that? Yeah, you lot see that? Clean.
See, that's 13 seconds of our life. Right there. If I feature Tom, it's going to be a whole diss track. So that's the thing. Right? So it's never short features. Anyway, let me grab this super before we start the stream. Big up to Future Nexus. Big up Sam, Tommy Blue, Team Coppish. Hope you guys are all good. Smash the likes and subscribe. You bunch of Darwin Nunes frauds. Future Nexus, I saw what you were saying about me on James Redmond TV when you went live. I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. You get me. I feel the love from the city of Liverpool. I feel like I represent, the Scouse Nation on YouTube properly, to be honest with you. Like, I've never been to Liverpool. I'm not a Scouser by definition, but I'm a Scouser by heart, and that's what matters to me. You get me? So, yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to Fonzie. He says, Monday morning, and you serve Tom X Cal. Brother.
I don't know why.
I love how, by the way, just so you guys notice, by super chats, Jamie never gets dissed on these shows, ever. It's always like Callum and Tom that are the problem, but I love it, to be honest with you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Didn't know brother Jamie was gonna be here. Big up Jamie, mate. See, I said it.
Wow.
Praise immediately. Yeah. Big up Future Nexus. I appreciate you, my brother. And of course, Fonzie says, fresh cut, Cal. Good. I don't know fresh. Yes. Fonzie. Fonzie.
I don't know what I've done to Fonzie though. I genuinely don't know what I've done to him.
You took his woman.
I didn't. I haven't. Happily married, 3 kids. Can't go through a divorce.
The sheer panic in Cal's face anytime someone makes a joke like that.
I'm allowed to.
What it takes for
Callum, you're married.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that. Didn't tell me that in the background. Anyway, big up to all of you guys.
Why, was you going to propose or something? What's happening?
Big up to all of you
I don't know why
guys.
you need all that information if you have to do something
I've
with
been
it.
married 8 years or something.
You never told me that.
She's
thought
never
you're
tried
single.
to stab me once, bro.
Oh,
That's real love.
let's change topic. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe, guys. Can we not do this? We're here Monday midday. Imagine 12 p.m. noon time, and I'm handling these two guys. Get me? That's why I bring Jamie today. He need to help me because I cannot do this by myself. It's too early for me.
I
I'm supposed-
understand. I understand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm supposed to be asleep still. Big up all the mods. Big up all the guys. Sanderson Show, Kopish, Matt One Show, Tom Little with a 1, Jamie Phillips, Football Chats, all in the description. Give him subscribe. Let's start by talking about the Isak derby and like this video as well, you frauds, because you have 500 people in here. Let's get the likes up early. Let's talk about the Isak derby tonight. Let's push aside transfers for a little bit and let's just get to talking about the football because I feel like we haven't done that for a while now. So, Mr. Sanderson, I will start with you as the oldest man on the panel. We have to give you your respect. Go ahead, speak to me about the Liverpool-Newcastle game tonight.
Sam, I'm going to say something, and I'd appreciate if you didn't cut me off, make facial expressions, or say anything cheeky. Can you promise me that?
No, but I will try.
Jamie, he didn't ask me or you, so we can do whatever the fuck we want.
I trust Jamie. Tom, you're a lost cause, bro. So even if I'd asked you to,
Wow.
I'd do that. I'm a little bit more worried going into this game now because there's no McAllister.
Oh, yeah.
Why is there no McAllister?
His wife's...
wife's
apparently, he's not
pregnant.
travelled with the squad because his wife's given birth. Because, you know, all our fucking midfielders decide to knock up the birds at the same time.
So I worked this out. I did the morning show earlier. If you actually work back 9 months, it was around the time where we played Spurs and we won 6-3. So not only were we putting on work on the pitch, we were putting on work off the pitch, it seems, as well. That eggnog hits different.
I wonder what position he played on and off the pitch.
That's crazy. Hassan, it's too late. It's your channel, bro. You can hide your face, but it's your channel.
You know,
Hassan, where are you going, bro? It's like playing hide behind. It's like playing hide and seek behind the curtain, bro. We can still see your feet. Hassan.
It's 12:15 on a fucking Monday, and I've got Carl saying, "Oh, I figured out when my midfielder shagged."
yeah.
I cross-referenced this stuff and figured out when he had sex. What are we doing? I expect this off Jamie, not you, Cal. You're
I
respectable,
know.
man.
I just worked back a date where I thought Jamie actually went into detail. I didn't go into detail. I just gave a surface level analyst point of view. Jamie said, "Well, we're going to have a deep dive here." Pause. Yeah, I'm a little worried now going to this game without McAllister because we have no right back. It seems as well. All the talk was that but is he going to be fit enough to start though? Did Joe Gomez travel as well?
Yeah. The pair of them travelled.
All right, so maybe them two can rotate with that position, and then hopefully Szoboszlai can play midfield because we're going to absolutely need him in midfield if McAllister's not going to be there, in my opinion.
So all our midfielders just decide to have kids at the same time, basically.
Maybe all together. Who knows?
The only one who didn't is Curtis Jones and Wataru Endo. Because they understand that the football club comes first.
I mean, Wataro's popped out 6 already, bro. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he don't care anymore, to be fair.
like, Endo's just like a machine. Bro. Like, but yeah, I do worry a little bit with McAllister not being there because even though I don't know if I'd have started him because of his fitness, him coming off the bench with 30 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go against Hyde would have been devastating. So I'm a little worried going into the game tonight now, if I'm going to be honest.
I did say on this show last week that I don't think McAllister would play this game. So
You said because of fitness, not because of his wife giving birth.
I had information before that, man. I had information. I've got the video footage.
Wow, this is insane. This is insane. It's not the 12:30 yet.
I think Curtis Jones will play right back, and I think Szoboszlai will play midfield. Or the other way round. Szoboszlai right back, Curtis Jones in midfield.
Yuck, Curtis. No, I played.
Hold on a minute. Stop that fucking yuck Curtis shit. Curtis Jones is fine. He was our best midfielder last time we played Newcastle at St James's Park. Put some respect on his name.
I said I don't want him at right back.
You just said yuck Curtis Jones. If Curtis Jones was at right back against Everton last season,
yuck to him playing at right back.
I don't care. You just said yuck with his name.
He shouldn't be starting this game either.
Wow, here we go. Disrespect
think-
Curtis Jones' name.
I don't think.
Hold on. Is he better than Szoboszlai, Tom? No. Is he better than Gravenberch? No. So by definition, should he be starting this game?
Yeah.
I think if Liverpool don't want to play, if Slot thinks for this kind of game it's too early to bring Gomez or Conor Bradley back in, yeah, probably he's going to play probably Szoboszlai right back and Curtis Jones in the McAllister position.
Yeah, Curtis Jones needs to be in the middle.
Yeah.
And the fact Szoboszlai played at right back in pre-season kind of suggests that that's the role he wants him in. If he's going to have to put someone in there.
If he feels like Gomez or Bradley can start, then Szoboszlai just takes McAllister's position and it's all good. So
yeah, but I'm open to starting Jones. I think
why wouldn't you be more open to seeing someone who's played right back a number of times, a la Conor Bradley or Joe Gomez, play in their rightful position, and then seeing Szoboszlai playing his rightful position, rather than playing Szoboszlai right back just to fit Curtis Jones into the team? Make it make sense, please, Tom. Please.
I mean,
I'll let you. This news has hit me like a truck. Like the fact that McAllister is not even fit. Like, bro, this is gonna be. Yeah, خلاص, not fit to play, Tom.
No, he's fit to play. He's just not travelled.
He's unavailable.
Yeah, you get my point. Anyway, so like,
well, the baby will be there. The baby will be there tomorrow. I don't know why he ain't playing. To be fair,
I don't know why.
It's not like he's the one giving birth, is it?
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here, man? Just
remember that Roy Keane viral clip? Unless he's breastfeeding, it should be all right.
Yeah, man.
The thing is, like,
I think this could be a game for Jones. I think this could be the kind of game for Jones in midfield, though. I do. Curtis Jones has a lot of problems, but here we go. Curtis Jones is very good at press resistance. And what is the one thing Newcastle killed us with last season, especially in that cup final? Our midfield couldn't play out the press. They couldn't get past the press. Now, Curtis Jones does a lot of things, but he can get out of a press very well. If someone's closing him down, he can manipulate his body very well to turn out a press or play out of a press. That's about what he's only got going for him. And we saw it last time we played him at St. James's Park. It was why he was, albeit not the greatest competition, the best midfielder that we had on the day. So I'm not necessarily against the idea of starting Curtis Jones in the midfield today, just because he's the only one that can reasonably handle the press that Newcastle will put on us, because they've got this weird thing that today's the biggest game of their lives. We know what Szoboszlai brings, but we also know that Szoboszlai, when he's put under some pressure, it's not the greatest. There's mistakes that get made.
So we also know that Curtis Jones, when he's being pressed, instead of releasing the ball, likes to try and prove a point and ends up holding on to it. It invites even more pressure onto us as well.
This is a new.
But he turns out of it though.
Go for it.
Curtis Jones is our most press resistant midfielder.
Never denied that, but he also has the lowest IQ of our midfielders as well.
Cal only WhatsApped me last week saying Jones should start this game.
No, don't lie, Jay. So yeah, he's absolutely press resistant in terms of his football, but his IQ is lacking in terms of the others, because he decides to play with arrogance, which instead of allowing us to beat the press, invites the press on because he holds onto the ball for too long. Do you agree or disagree, Tom?
Disagree.
Of course you do.
Disagree. I think that there's a horrible little thing around Curtis Jones.
Did I say anything that was wrong? Yes or no?
I don't think Curtis Jones invites all the pressure.
Did I say anything that was wrong? Yes or no? Wrong. Did I say anything wrong? Yes or no?
I mean, I disagree with the point that you made.
That's not why I asked. That means your feelings are hurt. We're dealing with facts right now.
No, but we can't talk about fucking facts here. Your facts are based on your opinion.
No, my facts are based on what we all see. If I was to go around and ask everyone,
opinion, you sit there and say Curtis Jones puts pressure on us. I don't think he does.
Okay, Hassam, does Curtis Jones hang onto the ball for too long usually?
Yes.
I won't argue that.
Jamie, does Jones hang onto the ball for too long?
Don't hang on to the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, chat. Does Curtis Jones hang onto the ball?
Callis definitely didn't.
Jamie, that's the fourth pregnancy joke.
Yeah, let's go. What, we got another hour and a half yet, so get ready.
Let's go. Let's keep it coming.
So based on what I've said then, Tom, if 95% of the chat is agree with me, maybe even 98%,
Mm-hmm.
Am I speaking out of turn, or are we all blind?
Yeah, you're all blind.
Okay, cool.
Tom, stop it. You know he's right about
I promise you right now, if you're asking me to
it's
pick my
not
midfield
Curtis
for
Jones'
tonight,
hate. He just does hang on to the ball a lot. It's true.
I don't disagree with that, but the idea that unnecessarily
You just
brings press onto
disagree
us, that's
with
what he does. No, I disagree with your point of Curtis Jones plays with an arrogance that brings the press onto the team and he doesn't get out of that.
Does.
Curtis Jones is our most press resistant player. There are very, very, very few times where Curtis Jones doing what he does has directly cost Liverpool. Curtis Jones' biggest problem has never been he invites the press on us and we can't get out of it. Curtis Jones' biggest problem is when he's not getting pressed, he takes way too long. He puts his foot on the ball. He's waiting for the perfect thing to come up. He takes too long to make the decision, and then by the time he makes the decision, it's the wrong one. But when
so he just proved Callum's point.
No, because that's the complete opposite of what we're saying. I think when Curtis Jones is getting pressed, he's forced into making quick decisions, and he plays better.
Doesn't.
He does.
He hangs onto the ball and basically uses his arm to shield, and he hangs onto the ball longer than he should, rather than just playing the ball off, moving into space, and then relieving the pressure. He doesn't. He's a very press. He's as you said, apart from Gravenberch. By the way, Gravenberch is our most press resistant midfielder.
No, he isn't.
Apart from Gravenberch, Jones is our most press resistant midfielder. But you can, in the same way, you can have the best shot, but not know when to shoot. Curtis Jones may have the best press resistance, but doesn't know when and where to use it at the best possible time.
Therefore, Superman here.
That is the frustration.
That is I get the frustration. I think on a night like tonight, where you're going up against a Newcastle team that are gonna be fucking vying for blood, and you're gonna need to quiet that shit down as soon as possible, and we don't know who's gonna be available for right back. I get the idea that Gomez could do 45 and then Bradley.
That's what I was about to say. Everything you described, doesn't that help us today, Loki?
What, in terms of the hold on to the ball?
No, I'm asking Callum because everything you described today, doesn't that help us a little bit?
No.
Like it has the reverse effect of what you're saying. I'm not the biggest fan of Curtis Jones, but what you're saying, low-key, it actually we need a little bit.
No.
Why not? Tell me.
Because what we
need someone who can hang on to the ball a little bit today.
Not necessarily. In my opinion, if you're going to beat the press, you're going to be playing quick 1-2s, getting around the corner, and then getting it into vert so he can be basically running at their defense with our attackers switching roles and making us out to in runs, etc., to give him an option. We don't need to be hanging onto the ball for long, because all that does is allow Newcastle to reset. They are then able to reset their press, come onto our team, means we end up going back to our defense, keep on going back to our defense, and then what happens? Long ball up the pitch. Now, granted, we have Ekitike this time, so it might stick a bit better, but we saw how that worked out in the cup final. Long ball, came back to us.
I think tonight.
Before you glaze Curtis Jones, everything that you said, though, everything that you just said, I feel like I actually want us to do like this time, because Curtis Jones does hang on to the ball too much. You are correct. But I think we need a player that hangs onto the ball too much today, given the fact that we are coming up against the thug midfield without McAllister, without, with them kind of having the emotions of the game at such a high level, where we are put in this position. If you know what I mean, like I get what you're saying on like maybe let's say Liverpool are playing Arsenal at home right next week. I wouldn't want Jones to play against Arsenal because that would be their worst game to hang on to the ball too much. But I think today hanging on to the ball a bit too much, there ain't nothing wrong with that in my opinion. I think we actually need someone who can keep the ball for a little bit, maybe keep it ticking a little bit and just relax. By the way, just before we actually get Callum's response, big up to the Terry for the raid. Big up to the Football Terrace community. Got 1,400 people locked in chat. Please hit the like button. How do we have 1,400 people in here? We're not at 300 likes yet. Have some shame. Have some shame. I woke up early to work with these frauds. So everyone like and subscribe. So everyone please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're to do so.
It's just such a welcoming environment on this channel.
Tom Little. You know Tom Little. Speaking of the Football Terrace, Tom Little. You know Tom Little, you were in the doldrums. You know, Terry Flewers used to come to you last on match reactions. You were the 7th guy to speak. And wow. I brought you here and I made you a superstar. And look how you treat me. Are you going to do the Trent thing at the end of the season? Are you going to sign full-time with Kopish? Exactly. So you cannot stab people in the back, mate.
Maybe.
Fraud.
I just think though on today with Curtis Jones, I think that where we went wrong in the cup final was that because the Rat wasn't available and Bradley wasn't available, we had to play Quansah right
By
back.
the way, Kopish gave Curtis Jones the highest rating on the final. Vel just sent it to me. The Kopish player ratings actually gave
because when Curtis Jones came on in the final,
the highest rating.
When
Kopish
Curtis Jones
player
came on in the final, he was all right.
Yeah,
these are the kind of games. If you want me to describe Curtis Jones for you, Curtis Jones is the guy you don't want to play at home. When Liverpool were trying to play,
I was in Wembley for the cup final. I didn't do the player ratings that day.
So he missed the Wembley.
That is very true. I will say that is true.
I wasn't there. I didn't do the player ratings.
Throwing them under the bus. Those are your brothers, by the way.
I'm not throwing anyone under the bus. I'm just saying I wasn't there, so I can't be held accountable for player ratings, good or bad.
Yeah, but you own the channel.
I don't own the channel, bro. Like, how can I own the channel when there's three of us?
So if there's three owners,
that means you own the channel then.
You own the channel with two other people.
It's a partnership. Pause.
Yeah, you own 1/3 of it. So Tom ain't lying. There was no need to
exactly. So I own 1/3, the same amount as Matt and Drift. So I don't solely own the channel, do I?
If someone owns 1/3 of a business, he owns the business.
I'm an owner of the channel, but I don't.
Okay, so exactly. So Tom was right.
No, I'm
I
right.
can't believe
Tom's
been right twice and you've been wrong twice.
Gaz owns the channel. Gaz owns the channel.
So anyway, back to the football.
Sorry for using the incorrect round, but my point is, in that cup final...
correct grammar. You were right, Tom. Don't let him gaslight you.
In that cup final, Quansah at right back killed us because we couldn't get any sort of pushing forward from right back, so we were getting overrun in midfield. Now, if you're playing Soberslai at right back, or you're playing Bradley at right back, you've got a right back there who wants to get forwards and make that inside run. You know that little inverted run that he does where he sits inside and almost joins the midfield. All of a sudden, what you need for that to work is midfielders who can resist the press to give the right back time to get involved so you can get the overload in the midfield. Now, Curtis Jones, a lot of things. You don't want to play Curtis Jones at home because Curtis Jones is an atmosphere killer at times. Curtis Jones kills atmospheres because he takes so long on the ball and it's backwards and it's sideways. But there are games and there are moments where you need that. And tonight, for me, is one of those games and moments where
So you agree against Arsenal? No, Curtis Jones. You agree?
No, Curtis Jones.
I agree.
We need to play high energy.
Honest, everything Callum is describing as a diss to Curtis Jones is actually something that I need tonight.
It's not a diss. I like Curtis Jones.
Callum, I agree with you. He hangs onto the ball too much. My point is tonight, I actually need that a little bit.
I'm just being truthful. I like Curtis Jones.
You want to know how you calm down the Newcastle crowd? By holding on to the ball.
Did you hear them rumours come out the other day? So there was rumours coming out the other day.
I don't like the rumours that you start talking about, Jamie.
No. These rumours not going to happen now because of certain injuries and things we got. But there was rumours going in last week that Wirtz might not have played this game tonight.
No, I don't
think so. There's a lot of rumours about that because
you don't spend 116 million quid on someone to not play them in the first game.
I don't agree with it. It's just rumours I was hearing, but it wouldn't happen now anyway because of the situation. The only problem with Curtis Jones playing alongside Gravenberch in a double pivot is he ain't got really anyone who can pass the ball there. That's just one problem issue there. But I'll just put Giovanni Leone at right back tonight.
Just shove the Parma right. It's an 18-year-old player. Never ever experienced this before. Just put him in the highest emotion game.
He's a defender, man. If Liverpool rate him as highly as they say, if Liverpool rate him as highly as they say they rate him, why not play him?
Because you'd want to play him in his position.
He can play right back. He's played there. Right.
Who's the three in midfield today? Gravenberch,
Jones,
and do we agree Gravenberch and Wirtz are starting before we disagree on that?
Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Jones. Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, and Wirtz. That'd be the midfield three.
Okay, so why don't we just put Szoboszlai right back because he's athletic, and make him invert into midfield, so you have an extra midfielder, and then you play Curtis Jones. So you've got four midfielders. So the three in midfield on paper would be Gravenberch, Curtis, and Wirtz. Szoboszlai would be the right back because he's athletic and he can run up and down the pitch, but at the same time invert him so he could be an extra body in midfield and then go for it. Like, I think actually that works, to be honest.
I
think that's the way you're going to play.
I think Curtis Jones will play right back. I honestly do, because Curtis Jones is a better defender than Szoboszlai. I think Curtis Jones will play right back because Curtis Jones will be very good at drifting into that number 6 channel if everyone else moves up as well.
Yeah, but Curtis Jones on the ball is the furthest thing you want from a right back.
Yeah, but I'd rather my right back be a better defender than going forward tonight against Newcastle, to be fair.
Yeah, but who's he going to be against? Harvey Barnes? I back Szoboszlai 1v1 defender. Because they've not got a striker. They've not got a. So I'd understand this if they had an Isak up front. Because my centre backs would be occupied with Isak. They're going to be fucked because they got to deal with Isak all game. But the fact is, they're playing Anthony Gordon up front. So I'd like to think that my back four, if it was Kerkez, Van Dijk, Canate, and Szoboszlai, could handle Alanga, Barnes, and Gordon as a full
I agree.
three.
I don't.
Why am I agreeing with Tom so much today?
I don't think Newcastle will go play anyone through the middle tonight.
Gordon.
I think Gordon's. I've got a feeling Gordon's going to play off the left and Langer's going to play off the right, and they're going to play with someone just floating in the middle, another midfielder floating in the middle that can drop in, because Liverpool's weaknesses are the wide areas of the pitch on a defensive basis. If Liverpool are playing a midfielder at right back tonight, I'm playing Anthony Gordon out on that left hand side if I'm Newcastle. And just putting maybe an attacking midfielder or a midfielder floating in that 9 area that can drift back and defending that midfielder.
The problem with that, though, is that when you look at Gordon and when you look at Alanga, they kind of need a striker to play off of, not a false 9 to link with. So
yeah, but Gordon's the striker for him, and that don't work either.
And Hassan's not going to like this. Anthony Gordon hasn't
Callum, you
scored
were
for
at
19
Wembley
games.
for the final?
Not in the actual stadium, but I was in around Wembley doing fan cams and all that stuff.
Were you at Wembley for Crystal Palace Community Shield?
Yeah, he interviewed Virgil, didn't he?
Did you ever go to Wembley and we won? Were you ever at Wembley when we won a game? Be honest.
I'm trying to work it out.
Well, the cup final in 24 when we won 1-0.
No, I wasn't.
He wasn't there and we won.
Okay, the FA Cup final against Chelsea, Simicast penalty.
No, I wasn't there.
The Carabao Cup final, Kelleher penalty.
It was just at the 2. We've got it.
Oh my God, Callum! If we get Callum, I want to make something. If we get to a Carabao Cup final or an FA Cup final, I will personally pay for one of the other two to go do fan cams and shit. Wow. You cannot be. Yeah, because you're 0 from 2. You're trying to do 0 from 3.
Do you know how many games I went to last year and we were fine?
Doesn't matter because
which games did you go to last year?
Because Bruce Grobbelaar pissed on the thing.
I went to all the London games apart from Brentford last year.
Okay, so you went to Fulham, which we lost. You went to Fulham, which we lost. You went to Arsenal, which we drew. You went to Chelsea, which we lost.
Yeah, and now do the others.
What, West Ham? Ooh, you beat West Ham. Fucking hell, don't count. Everyone beats West Ham.
We smashed West Ham.
Everyone beats West Ham.
Not Arsenal. They didn't last season. They lost to West Ham at home, didn't they? Also, Spurs. Went to Spurs.
Yeah, again, doesn't count. They finished fucking 17th.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that's about the most impressive one. 1-0 against Crystal Palace.
Who else was there? There might have been more as well.
I mean, hold on. Liverpool lost how many games last season? I just want to pull up the Premier League table.
Oh, hang on. So what you're saying is every loss was Cal watching?
No, not every loss, because you weren't there for Forest. But I think Liverpool lost 4 games.
I wasn't even filming that day because I was at... Do you know what's funny? I'm putting myself out there. I was actually doing work for Bellator at Wembley the day that first happened.
It's kind of mad. Right, never go to Wembley again. Never go to Wembley again.
I'm going.
Liverpool lost 4 games last season, and Cal was directly responsible for 2 of them.
Like Drifty to do fan cam. I'll pay for him to go instead of you.
No, because the last one at Wembley wasn't through Coppish. That was actually through an actual media source. So.
Okay, so why do they have to send you?
Because they asked me directly.
So you
don't want Drift to go.
Yeah, Drift's very emotional, you know, guys.
You know what drift to go, man. Yeah.
Just send Matt without a hat and tell them I'm Callum. Let him keep his beard. Matt without a hat, I'm Callum. Done. They won't find out. Anyway, so with today's game, do you guys think we're gonna win today?
Yeah, comfortable.
I don't know now.
Oh, here we go with Cal.
Newcastle.
I don't know. I think Newcastle could do something to us here.
Newcastle, I believe, are going to feed off the emotion of the fan base today because they're emotional pricks, right? And in about half an hour, Newcastle will come on to us like McAllister came on to his woman, right? For about half an hour, yeah? And then they go absolutely blow their load and have emotional breakdown, and then Liverpool take over. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. As simple as that, man.
There's no point me turning my camera off. It's fucking too far gone at this point.
Oh fuck
it's too far gone. For fuck's sake, Jamie.
How is Jamie turning off his camera?
Oh dear. Yeah, 3-1 comfortable, man.
I think today's game is going to be a very difficult game. We need to need to be very careful the way that we handle things tonight, because we have to make sure the atmosphere tonight is going to be mad. I think the first 10 minutes are key. Like, you've got to just quieten the crowd a little bit. It would be great if we could score in the first 10 minutes. That would definitely quieten the crowd. But even if we don't, I think we should be very need to have slow build up, slow play. I think playing really fast would actually put us in a bad position more than people think. We shouldn't play up to the crowd. We shouldn't be looking to fight for anything. It's just all this fighting stuff. Let them fight. You get me? We play the football. This is like when Barcelona used to go away to teams in their prime, and the other team always wanted to fight them and kick them and blah blah blah. They just played their game. If we play our game with ekitike up top, with Salah, with the players that we have, I think we should be capable of winning this game.
Barca had prime Busquets, prime Iniesta, prime Xavi, Messi. They could pretty much play wherever they wanted to, Sam.
Liverpool already got one way of playing as well.
Yeah, but they also came up against prime Pepe, prime Ramos, prime all these players, and they still played football. So I'm saying play football today. You can't expose yourself to chaos and sit there and do chaotic shit. You actually have to be very calm.
I think we have to play. I agree with it to an extent, but there has to be an element of aggression in there as well.
I think if we play too slow, we get beaten.
Yeah, but you have to use that aggression against them.
No, but we also have to be aggressive. If there's a 50-50 there to be won, full-blooded.
Wirtz is going to get the opening. Wirtz is going to get the first goal today as well.
I'm looking.
I actually do have a feeling Wirtz will score today. I agree with Jamie. I actually think Wirtz will score today.
I want someone in our team to set the tone. So you see, if there's a 50-50 there to be won, I want someone to crunch. I'm not saying going into the
and who would do that, Cal? Who's the only guy who's shown that they've got to fight for the badge when it matters most? Who's the one who scrapped the Guehi last season? When he was disrespecting the fans?
Are we just going to sleep and act like Conor Bradley weren't kicking Mbappe to the ground?
Conor Bradley's not fit enough. He's done fucking 2 training sessions.
You're the one that said he's fit to play the stream, Tom.
No, he's travelled with the squad. I said he's travelled with the squad.
So hold on. All of a sudden, Curtis Jones is now Roy Keane. Is this what we're doing?
Oh yes, because that's what I said. I said Curtis Jones is the reincarnation of Roy Keane.
You know, a scrap after the game is very different to setting a tone in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Curtis Jones fighting Decore last season means nothing on the pitch.
Curtis Jones set the tone against Chelsea last season.
What 50-50s were? Okay, you're right. I'm wrong.
You got that stock market thing where you can invest in players now, right? Yeah. Tom, how much you put on Curtis Jones over the last 24 hours?
He can't afford it.
I think
I'll always back Curtis. I will always back Scousers.
Because McAllister's not playing today, I think Slotsky Gamble will actually play one of the defenders at right back. They might not be fit enough for the full game, but I think he'll start with one because of the issue with McAllister today.
We've went around this for a while. It's been, I think people in the chat. We'll people in the chat even appreciate this. We went 35 minutes without mentioning anything about Isak, but that time comes to an end. Older statesman. By the way, guys, likes up. Like I said, we have 1,900 people in here. Let's get to 500 likes, 600 likes. Come on, guys. It's a free button. It helps the channel grow. Close the live chat, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. We're closing in on 59K. We can only get there with you guys' help, so please do like and subscribe. Hope you guys are enjoying the clips as well. I destroyed the shit out of Hamza in that clip. Cooked his ass.
I watched that. It was mad.
Yeah, I cooked him bad. Like I genuinely ruined, like destroyed his whole like vibe on that stream. Older statesman. Callum, can you stop texting your side chick and focus with us, please?
Wow.
It'll be nice.
Wow.
Oh, did he actually lag out?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Brenda
Texting
told
your
him to
side
stop. Yeah, Brenda told him to stop.
Yeah. Stop texting your side chick. Focus. You have to be a one-woman man. You can't be texting side chicks on the side. So with the Isak situation, a lot's been said over these last 48 hours. Are you in doubt now with the Isak situation?
No. I think a bid goes in after the game tonight.
I'm more worried about Guehi and not getting another attacker on top of the Isak signing.
Oh, we're not getting another attacker after Isak.
No,
everything Arnie Slot said yesterday confirms that for me. They're going to get Isak, and then you've got Isak, Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike, Chiesa, and then they'll say that you can use wirtz or Engelmoa or Frimpong.
That's loads of attackers, to be fair. So I'm cool.
We're short an attacker, guys.
The thing that we're not short on an attacker if you decide to actually use Rio.
Exactly.
If you start to play Rio, you're not short on an attacker because you got 6. We had 6 last season.
Who do you say is our main competitor this season for the league?
Arsenal. Either City or Arsenal.
Arsenal have an Ethan Nwaneri in their team, yeah.
Yeah, he's a number 10.
And again, let's not act like we all rate Madueke. We're not sitting there saying Madueke is the next coming of wingers.
Mm-hmm.
They had Ethan Nwaneri, who's further ahead in his development than Rio, older than Rio.
He's a 10.
Still played though, and he played when Saka weren't there, and they've still gone out and bought reinforcements. But we're going to sit here and not do the same after losing attackers.
But if we go through, I did this yesterday with James Redmond. If we go through Liverpool and Arsenal's attackers, yeah, if you put Arsenal's best front three and Liverpool's best front three on the pitch, if Liverpool do buy Isak, Liverpool's best front three is far better than Arsenal's front three. Then if you look at their backups, none of us are buying Madueke, yeah.
No.
I would say Chiesa and Trossard are a toss-up, right? In who would you prefer, a 30-year-old Trossard or Chiesa to come on in games? Then you've got Gabriel Jesus, who's there but who's always injured. And then you've got Havertz, who has mostly played a midfielder like a lot of his career, bought as a midfielder, but they've made a striker because they didn't have another striker. If you take Gyökeres out of Arsenal's team, Arsenal don't have another out-and-out striker in their side.
Eze and Martinelli is still there as well, though.
Martinelli, Eze wouldn't get in Liverpool's best 11. So they got depth, but their quality of depth is not. They got what people look at. They got a lot of players. Yeah, they got a lot of players. They're getting Nkape now as well. Why I don't know, but they got a lot of players. They got a lot of players.
Are they actually going to sign Hinchcap here?
Yeah. They got a lot. They got a lot of players. I keep saying this. I have quality over quantity. If you're telling me I've got Isak, Salah, and Gakpo, yeah, and then I've got then Ekitike, Chiesa's, and Rio's, and who else? Wirtz maybe, players like that. Because if we're going to do the whole Arsenal depth forward line and put your Havertz's in there and your Moreno's in there are really midfielders and bought as midfielders, but they played as a forward player. We can't add them either. So, Nwaneri's a number 10 now, so he plays in midfield. We can't put him in there attacking forward line either. So, it's quality. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people there, but I'm fine with Liverpool's depth.
Liverpool used 5 attackers last season. Liverpool only needed 5. Chiesa was there as a sick choice. He played the bar fucking 300 minutes. Liverpool used 5 attackers last season. So if I'm comparing,
just because we did it last season doesn't mean it's going to work.
Okay, what about the year before then?
Did we win anything the year before?
So do you want to go about when we won it? When we won stuff, the year we won the title, we had Salah, Mane, Firmino, Origi, and Minamino. Because Shaqiri never fucking played. So that was 5.
Times have changed. Other teams have improved as well.
But we won last season.
Salah's going AFCON this season as well. Can you sit there and say you fully rely on Chiesa, who barely played last season as well?
No, Frimpong will play right wing.
I would trust them. I'd trust them. Arnie Slot has spoken a lot of positivity about Chiesa and how he's been. So I can only back him and say that when it comes down to it, and Salah's out for 6 games because of AFCON, I back Chiesa, or I back Frimpong, or I back whoever the fuck's going to play there, because it might well be Szoboszlai, but I back what we've got.
Wait. You're getting it mistaken. Whoever steps across that white line for Liverpool, all of us are going to back as fans. There's no denying that. But we can't sit here and act like we can't improve on our forward line. We all sat here and said, we'd like us to sign Isak, we'd like us to sign that person. Technically, Tom, we have 5 attackers right now. So we shouldn't need Isak if that's the case, if we only want it with 5 attackers, because we've still got Harvey Elliott here. We've still got Chiesa who can back up Salah and Gakpo, right? But no, we do. But we still want Chiesa. We still want Isak, right? Who says Harvey Elliott won't be here? Slots come out and
we need a backup striker. There's no doubt about
Harvey
that.
Elliott will not be here. Harvey Elliott will go Tottenham.
So if Harvey Elliott goes, then what happens there then?
If Liverpool get
our deck next season will be if you get Isak in, Salah, Isak, Gakpo as your front 3. Ekitike is backup number 1. Keita's backup number 2. Rio and Gamora's backup number 3.
That's all you need. You need 6. I agree with Cal there. You definitely need 6. We need
6 seniors. We need 6 senior players.
You don't need 6 seniors though, unless you get fucking half your front line wiped out. The 6 seniors never playing.
I think we can all agree we need another striker. Yeah, I think we all agree with that. We need another striker. So that's why Liverpool are trying to get Isak. So you got Isak and Ekitike. Ekitike's got a lot of upside to him. Isak's ready now. So in the years to come, you've got 2 arguably the best strikers in Europe in your team at Liverpool. What I'm trying to say with the Arsenal point of view, Arsenal don't have another striker. They have wide depth, but they don't have another striker if they lose Gyökeres, right? If Liverpool get Isak, where Liverpool will have more strength over Arsenal in that position is that they'll have 2 number 9s of good quality. So you can argue depth-wise in the wider positions, which is a very good argument to make. But yeah, I think Arsenal at this moment in time have got better depth than Liverpool. I'm not going to argue that. It'd be silly to argue. Liverpool get Isak, Ekitike, Gakpo, Salah, Chiesa, and Rio. And then if you want to use Frimpong as a right winger in emergencies or Wirtz as an emergency left winger like Arsenal do with some of their players that aren't really in them positions, then I think that's all right depth for the rest of this season, personally.
Genuinely,
and then you can look at it again next season.
We played
this window from now until 31st August when it closes could all of a sudden turn into a very disappointing window. Like that's the
genuine
truth.
question.
If Isak doesn't join Liverpool and we go like we don't need a forward after this, I think it's crazy. I think we need to pivot someone quickly in the next 6 days. It's very important. By tonight, I said it. I think me and Ali actually were in agreement yesterday. I'm like, listen, I give it 24 hours. I agree with Jamie. Monday night. Tonight, I think we're going to put a bid in. You will see Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes magically at St. James's Park. You get me there to negotiate with the executives. I'm going to give it 24 hours. Like by Tuesday night, all I'm giving it. By Tuesday night, if Isak it's not like a here we go, Liverpool is signing Isak and it's official, we have to pivot to someone. I don't care if we go like, you get me, Rodrygo was bitching on the bench yesterday. Go give Madrid like 70 million for Rodrygo. I don't care who you sign as backup striker. Go get fucking like Edin Ketia for 10 million. Doesn't matter. Just go get like whichever, get whichever body up there.
Can I say 2 things? One, even though we might not rate him, we still have to look at Havertz as a backup striker. We actually have.
But he's not a striker. He's a
midfielder. He's also not fit.
Can I finish, guys? He plays striker for Arsenal.
So does Moreno. So does Moreno a striker?
No, he did. But the reason he played striker for Arsenal is because that was an emergency where they lost all their strikers. Havertz has been their starting striker and is now their backup striker. So even though we don't rate him, even though we don't classify his position, Arsenal see him as a striker. That's one thing. Second of all, we're sitting there saying Frimpong can be Salah's backup in this. Frimpong's played 2 games this season. Both times he has to come off of an injury. Connor Bradley's not fit at the moment, and Gomez has just come back from an injury. If that's not a wake-up call, then I don't know what is. We're 2 games into the season. We have no right back that we can speak.
Yeah, but that's just unlucky. We've got 2 right backs. You don't need 3 right backs.
No, but that's not unlucky. That's football, Jay. And if Salah's away and Connor Bradley's unavailable or Gomez is having to play centre back, then what happens again?
I think people.
We are Liverpool Football Club, and we're trying to do the whole.
So what? Should we have a third right back? Should we have a third right back then?
Didn't say anything about right back. I
You literally just sat there and said, "Oh, we don't have a right back at the minute."
We got a defender who can play right back today.
Who did Tom say he wanted to play right back today?
Soberslide.
Soberslide.
What position?
I said Giovanni Leodi, who is a defender.
Mate, I understand we don't have a right back at the minute, but there's no point in buying another one. There's no point in sitting there going, "Oh, the right back situation's why we don't have one."
When have I said to buy another right back?
You know, he didn't say that.
Is the depth? Oh my god.
So if we go out and buy another forward, it means one of our right backs doesn't have to play another position in the pitch. We are comprehending this, right? I'm not being crazy when I say that, am I?
You're missing the point, Tom. Callum's point is using injuries as an example, because that's just how
that's happening right now.
Yes, because it's happening in front of our very own eyes. We came into the season very comfortable at right back. Frimpong's injured, Bradley's injured. He's saying shit like this might happen. So now let's use that for the forward line. God forbid Gakpo gets injured without Isak, without the another left winger. We're going to have to rely on a 17-year-old kid, which you yourself at the start of the season were like, he's fucking 16, your own words. So that's why you cannot say like, oh, Rio Gomoa's there because he's a kid. And like the same thing with the right-hand side as well. So I'm in agreement. Look, that's why I was saying what I was saying.
Thing with the right-hand
24 hours, 24 hours after the game. 24 hours after the game, we should be able to bring Isak to Liverpool. Wait, should be able to bring Isak to Liverpool. Isak doesn't come to Liverpool, doesn't matter. Go buy 2 forwards that very second. Malik Fofana, 25 million, whatever it is. Rodrygo, 70 million. Like, you have to find a way. You have to find a way immediately to fix up in terms of numbers if you can't get Isak. We understand if you get Isak, you're talking about quality of a player that like elevates your team, even if you might not have the most amazing depth. But if he does not come through, then you're going to have to pivot quickly because guess what? We have 5 days left.
That is not going to happen.
Can I ask one question? One question only, and I'll stop.
Ask.
Who are the players that you would conceivably say are proper right backs? Not people who can fill in and all. Who's the right backs or people you would say are bona fide right backs in this?
Bradley and Frimpong.
I would also put Gomez in that category, but if you're saying, "Oh no, we can't,"
okay. How many of those players are injury prone? How many of those players are injury prone?
2 of them.
Okay, cool.
The thing is, though, right, this happened last. Right, this is what does my head in about when people look at squads and this and squads and that. Everyone's got different opinions on how squads should be built, and that's fair enough. Like with Arsenal, obviously, last season, so a lot of people in the chat are talking about Moreno and Havertz in the forward line. I don't mean to break this news to people, yeah, but Havertz was bought as a midfielder, right? He was bought as a midfielder. Ekitike hasn't been bought as a midfielder and then played in attack. He wasn't bought as an attacker that Liverpool got changed into a midfielder. They bought Havertz as a midfielder. It didn't quite work for him in midfield, so he put him up front. The reason it works for Arsenal, put him up front, because he suits the way Arsenal play as a striker. That's why Moreno scored goals for Arsenal. Moreno is a midfielder. They played him up front because he suits the way Arteta plays football as a striker. Right, that's why they scored goals.
But it's a body there, though.
But it was both bought as midfielders. This is what I'm trying to say. It depends how you build a squad and how everyone sees squads being built. Right, so you know Liverpool are building a squad different to the way Arsenal are building the squad. Right, and the Liverpool want to buy different players because Liverpool are trying to play a different way to the way Arsenal play. Arsenal play a brand of football that, if you look at the players they've gone and got in their squad, it suits them to play certain people in that area of the pitch. So if Moreno needs to play up front and he's a midfielder, he can play there because the way Arteta has that team playing in a way it's suited for them players at that squad. For Liverpool, I think for Liverpool, in the way Liverpool play, you have to buy more players that actually play generally in that position instead of makeshifting players into that position because of the way we play as a football team. So it's different. So the squad building is different for all teams because the way teams and managers are set up and play. If this makes sense, what I'm saying is, so that's why Liverpool have to buy specific players for that position. Like if a striker comes in, Liverpool go buy a striker. That's a striker. If Liverpool want a right winger, they'll probably go and buy a right winger. More specialist areas. Liverpool can't have Szoboszlai with an injury crisis and play Szoboszlai through the middle in the number 9. It just wouldn't work. It wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't work at all.
But Arsenal can buy a midfielder like Moreno and play him as a striker and still get goals because of the way Arsenal play football. It works more for them and better for them. So
if we buy Isak and Guehi, do we agree we're ready?
Yes, because the squad we got, the way we want to play is specifically.
I think we're ready. I think with Isak and Guehi, we're ready. My point is, what if Isak doesn't happen? That's the question. No. Can Jamie answer that question, please? Because he's saying all this, no problem. So I agree with you completely. What if Isak doesn't happen? Then what?
I'm going to say it right now that might upset everyone. Right? If we don't buy Isak this summer, I wouldn't buy another striker. And here's my reason why. Here's my reason why. Yeah, here's my reason why. Here's my reason why. And when you look at the only other striker I would buy in this market if I can't get Alexander Isak is Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. Right? If I look at the rest of the market for strikers right now, say Liverpool still want Isak and they've not given up on him, they can't get him this summer, but they go look in January or next summer. Yeah. If Liverpool go and get a striker in right now, like say Liverpool went, you know what, they just went to Aston Villa to get Ollie Watkins because he's easier to get, right? 30 years old. You have to give him a big wage, big sign-on
another one. Well, we take another one off fucking Newcastle.
Yeah, like big wages, big sign-on fee, stuff like that. Yeah, you play him, right? And then next summer you go and get Isak again. But now you're stuck with a player that Liverpool don't really want on high wages, at an age. So I don't know who's out there. That Liverpool want marquee players. They've come out and said that that's what they're looking for now, more marquee players. And they won't. If I look at the strike market, apart from Alvarez, who's at the quality that Liverpool can bring in if they're not forgetting about Isak? If
no one is at the quality of Isak, you are correct. But in my opinion, you still need a body. I'm going to give you the worst.
Wide forward who can play.
Hear me out. I'm going to give you the worst example possible. I'm genuinely going to give Jamie and everyone on the panel the worst example possible. Edin Ketia.
He's fucking injured.
Wait. Stop shouting. I said it's an example, Tom. Relax. I'm saying I'm going to give you the worst. I think Edin Ketia is the worst striker in the whole league. Fairs? I think he's the worst striker in this whole league.
He's up there. He's up.
I'm saying it's better to have a shit Edin Ketia as a body than have no one. Because sometimes you need a body in there. Now, the reason why I say what I say is what happens in Carabao Cup games? What happens if ekitike has a knock? What happens if ekitike has the flu before the game?
I'd rather give Jaden Dan some.
I'd rather have Jaden Dan's playing games than buy Edin Ketia.
Yeah. Yes. So Hassam, I agree. We need.
I used an extreme example to make my point.
I agree with Jamie. If we can't get Isak now, but we know we can get him in January, summer, then you wait. But that means you have to go out and get another wide player.
Why? They're not going to though. They're not. I promise you right now, they're not going to buy. It's Isak or no attacker this summer,
and then it will be a mistake. Then
yeah, that will be a mistake.
It will be a mistake if Arnie Slot doesn't use Engamoa. But if he starts to use Engamoa, then it's not the mistake that it is. The problem that we have now is we're saying Engamoa is an option, but at no point so far has Arnie Slot turned to him and used them.
Why is that?
For whatever reason.
Shouldn't that dictate that he doesn't think he's ready then? So if the manager doesn't think he's ready, why the hell do we think he's ready?
How do we know the manager's sitting in an interview saying that I really like him?
Community Shield,
bro. Why would he bring him on the Community Shield? Though? Please tell me why you bring him on the Community Shield.
Because the game is drawn and Gakpo and Salah were both having stinkers, Tom. That's why you'd bring on another attacker. So let me ask you a question. If we had Diaz on the bench and Gakpo and Salah were both throwing on the stinker, do you think he looks at the bench, looks at Diaz and goes, I'm not throwing him on? Yes or no?
Yeah, he brings on Diaz in that situation.
Okay, then. So my point is right then.
No, it's
So
not.
he
Though,
clearly
because,
doesn't
no, it's not
trust
because
him
you're missing all the fucking context out of that
I'm
game.
not missing no context, bro. I'm just giving you an example, and I'm right.
You are, though. You are, though. It was 10 minutes.
So
It was 10 minutes ago. It was 10 minutes ago in that game. It's going to go to pens. Oh my fucking god! It's 10 minutes to go in the game. It's 10 minutes to go in the game. It's going to go to penalties, and we are playing Salah and Gakpo as two strikers. You're not bringing N'Gomolo on to play him as a striker.
Would he have brought on Luis Diaz? Yes or no?
Yes, because Diaz could play up front.
So the point stands. Even though Gakpo didn't have a great game, even though Salah didn't have a great game, he still looked to the bench and said, "I don't want to bring on Rio." We were down the game, or we were drawing with Bournemouth the other day. He looked to the bench and said, "I'm going to throw on Chiesa. I'm not going to throw on Rio." Am I incorrect in what I'm saying here? Yes or no? Are these facts?
Why did he bring on Chiesa?
Because Chiesa is more experienced and a better footballer than
No,
Rio. Right?
No. He brought on Chiesa because Chiesa went in the middle. We took off thirds and we played Chiesa up front. Rio and N'Gomolo can't play up front.
Play in the middle. Can Rodrygo play in the middle?
Rodrygo could play in the middle, yeah.
Okay, so and he can play wide as well.
Yeah.
So what you're basically saying is we need an attacker then.
Liverpool need a striker.
We need an attacker because I just say I purposely use Rodrygo because he's not a striker, and you just said at a push.
No, but your whole point. No, because you're missing the fucking point now.
I'm not missing any point.
You are. If I am right, Cal, if I'm taking off, if I'm taking off Cody Gakpo in a game, I'm bringing N'Gomolo on. So I've got my left wing depth. If I'm taking off Mohamed Salah in a game, I'm bringing on Fede Chiesa. If I'm taking off someone in the middle, I'm bringing on the striker. Right now, we don't have the striker, so Chiesa has to come on if we're taking someone off in the middle. But the point is, if once we get the striker through the door, when Isak through the door, whenever that is, the plan will be someone starts, and if we need to take him off or take the 10 off and go 2 up top, the striker comes on in that situation. The whole idea that we should have brought Rio on when all he wanted to do was bring someone on to play in the middle makes no sense. Rio is your left winger. He comes on when Gakpo goes off. We haven't taken Gakpo off so far.
Let me ask you a question, Tom. Why are you not all right with Leone starting tonight then?
Because I don't think that a kid should be making his Premier League debut at right back against Newcastle away from home.
But you're right with a kid potentially coming on a left wing to play against Newcastle.
Yes, because at least that's his natural position.
Leone's played right back, bro, and he's got more experience than Rio.
Curtis Jones played right back before.
Again, I've proven your point wrong.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Why won't you play Leone then? Why not?
Because
Leone played more senior minutes.
He's played more games. Boom.
You kind of buried yourself there.
Boom.
With what? Giovanni Leone's played 3 games in his career as a right back.
He's played 3 more games.
That's 3 games than Rio started in his career.
To be fair,
it's not.
He's a defender, so like.
What are we doing here?
I just, we need. I think we just need to chill.
I mean,
a bit.
yes.
Shall I tell McAllister joke again? Yeah,
he starts. So when did he play right back? He played right back in Lecce, Udinese, and Inter for 45 minutes. So he played 3 games in his career as a right back. They didn't win any of those fucking games, by the way. But they played 3 games as a right back. In my situation, you want us to sit there and put.
How many games did Rio start left wing?
Yeah. How many games has Rio started left wing for Liverpool in the league?
1. Not in the league. He's started 1 game.
Oh, cool, sweet. Back to you.
I'm not asking N'Gomolo. Where have I sat there and went, you know what? Where have I sat there? Where have I sat there and went, you know what? I want N'Gomolo to start left wing today.
I never said you said that. Where have I said
so what's the whole point of your Giovanni Leone right back one?
My whole point is, Tom, I'm saying we need another attacker because I'm saying if something happens to Gakpo in the season, I don't want to be relying on Rio. I think that's pretty obvious. I don't get why I'm even having to
Rio is 6th choice.
He's not 6th choice
when
there's only one player in front of him.
No, he is though, Cal, because we are not stupid. We sit there and do depth charts and go, we got him and then he's the backup there. We got him and he's the backup there. And we got him and he's the backup there. But in reality, Cal, we all know that if Gakpo was to go down with an injury, The manager's already spoken about the fact that Ekitike can play on the wing. The manager's already spoken about the fact that Chiesa can play on the left. So one of those two will get the nod.
And if we don't have another striker, is Ekitike playing on the wing?
Then it's Chiesa on the left. Or Ringamoa. And you know what? These young players don't develop unless you give them the opportunities.
Tom, why are you so angry? Why?
I don't get the point.
Okay, so
we are making it very clear. We are making it very clear we want a striker.
Okay, let me ask Tom the question then. Tom, I want you to give me the solution. So let's say Isak doesn't join Liverpool. What should we do then? You tell me the Tom solution.
It's all right. It's all right. We got Trent.
Give me the Tom solution.
Well, what I would do if we don't get Isak.
Okay, so tonight, like we all agree, after the game, make bid, blah blah blah. Then he doesn't come. Then what?
I wait for him.
So you would go into the season with just 3 options.
Kai Gordon and Trent It's cool. We'll run it.
Yeah, because Kai Gordon plays up front, doesn't he?
We'll run it. We run it. Got Kai Gordon. We've got to give these kids.
I'm with Jamie. I don't see the point in trying to pivot to this other target that you're going to get, which fucks it up. We are not moving away from Isak. Isak is done. We've done all the groundwork on Isak. Isak's done all the stuff for us.
I forgot. We got Will.
We're not moving on.
It's cool.
We're not moving on from him.
Got Will Wright.
Yeah.
Good. We got Willie. Got big
Liverpool wants a striker. There is no point in back. I'm not speaking out my heart. I'm speaking exactly from what the fucking.
So you wouldn't even sign Rodrygo?
We don't want him. That got shut down today. We don't want him. Paul Joyce yesterday said the football club don't want to buy a left winger because of how impressive Rio was in pre-season.
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. He did.
Rio Engamoa sparked in pre-season to such an extent that Liverpool have said they would rather create a pathway for him than sign Bradley Barcola or Malik Fofana.
They're the left wingers.
Hold on. Do you hear Rodrygo mentioned in that quote, Hassan?
No. Okay, let me go to the other one then.
So hold on. Let me ask you a question, Hassan. If he's mentioned Barcola and Fofana, does that suggest that we don't want Barcola and Fofana? And maybe there's another winger out there of an older profile and a bit more experience who wouldn't block the pass.
I think Liverpool, there is a lot of talk about Liverpool looking at that Leicester winger at the moment.
Fatau.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk at Liverpool.
Ask again one more time. Where has Paul Joyce said we don't want Rodrygo? Sorry, whenever anyone's ready.
I don't think we'll get. The thing is, do you know the weird thing about Rodrygo? So have you heard the story last night? So Tottenham approached apparently Real Madrid last night for Nico Paz, who, by the way, is going to be out of this world in a few years. Yeah,
I said him.
And then
he's a very fucking good player.
Yeah, and then but Nico Paz turned it down because Nico Paz wants to go back to Real Madrid. Real Madrid have come out and said they've got a buyback clause of 10 million euros in 2026, but because they don't want to lose him, they will match any price that comes in for him this summer. Nico Paz wants to go back to Real Madrid, and Rodrygo started yesterday's game, but he came off after an hour and threw a hissy fit. And so a lot of people are now trying to think that Rodrygo still might leave before the end of the window.
So, this is what I was looking for earlier today, about 8:30 in the morning. Dominic King, Rodrygo is not an option for Liverpool, even if a move for Alexander Isak is impossible.
Who said that?
Dominic King.
Who the fuck is that?
He works for the thingy, the Mail.
Oh, the Daily Mail.
What did he say? I didn't hear it.
He said Rodrygo isn't an option for a move. It isn't an option for Liverpool if a move even if a move for Isak is impossible.
No, I don't think Liverpool go for Rodrygo either.
So
if Liverpool wanted Rodrygo, Liverpool would have Rodrygo.
I think
Dominic King's the person we rely on.
I think if Liverpool go get a wide forward between now and the end of the window next Monday, if we don't get Isak, I think they go look at. There's a lot of talk that Liverpool looking at Morgan Rogers and the young guy from Leicester. I can't remember his name.
Fatau.
Yeah, Fatau from Leicester. They're the two. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them came in. That wouldn't shock me. Before the end of the window, if Liverpool want a wide forward, because it's about if Liverpool want Isak, I don't think they're going to go and buy a forward that's going to cost so much and so much wages if they want Isak at the same time. But a Fatau or someone like that, or a Rodgers, probably, they can buy pretty.
Fatau was very good.
Yeah,
he was unlucky to get a serious knee injury last season, which fucked him up. So he didn't get to play much Premier League football, but every time he's played for Leicester, he's looked really, really bright.
Everyone's saying that Rodgers will be hard to buy. He won't. Villa are selling a team now. Villa are a selling team. They've got to sell.
If we keep Case and we get Fatawu, I have no issues with that either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we should be getting 2 attackers. We are 2 attackers short, and we should be getting 2 attackers, especially if Harvey Elliott goes. If Harvey Elliott stays, then I may entertain the conversation. But if Harvey Elliott's going, like which is what I've been told on this stream, we need 2. Never saw Man City relying on a 17-year-old. Never saw it. Never saw it.
All I'm saying is, bro, we just need a body in there.
Yeah, Klopp never relied on the 17-year-old except when he played fucking Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back.
Oh, and Trent was 17, yeah?
When he came into the first team, yeah?
No, he wasn't. He played in the first team when he was 17, but he became a mainstay when he was 18, almost 19. Get your facts straight, Tom. You're better.
Oh, yeah, get me facts right. You asked me when the Trent Alexander-Arnold started playing. He played at 17.
What did I just say, guys? What did I just say? I said he came into the team when he was 17 and became a mainstay when he was 18, almost 19. Were those my words, yes or no?
Tom, do you just want to argue for the sake of it today? Are you on one of
Yeah,
those moves?
Tom's on one, man.
I just don't get... I'm sick to death.
Because you're not listening. That's why you don't get it.
No, I'm sick to death of the whole fucking change of narrative of our window. Of how it's now, shit window. Shit window.
Yes, but the reason why is body.
It's not a shit window. It's not a shit window.
Hold on,
Okay, can I tell you? Okay, let me tell you something. If the Isak thing fell off, but Diaz was still here as an example, I'd be happy with it. Because you need an extra body. You're just shouting for no reason. The reason why I say we need an extra body is you never know what happens, Tom. Sometimes maybe ekitike is a little bit sick. Even maybe he vomits the night before. You don't know what happens. Like no player in football is going to play every single Premier League game, every single Champions League game. Like people get injured sometimes, people feel unwell sometimes, people have kids sometimes. You get me? I deal with you every stream, so I know what it's like. So people have kids sometimes. You never know what happens. The reason why Gravenberg didn't play in the last game is because he had a child. The reason why McAllister isn't playing today is because he has a child. Certain things happen during the season. So you need a body in there. You need a player in there. Even if it can be a player as shit as Mateta. It can be a player as whoever. Like, it could be someone mid who can only score 10, 11 goals, 12 goals. Those are still 10, 11, 12 goals that we need. And then you can pivot to Isak anyway. I'm not saying find a long-term solution. I'm saying find a loan deal, find a body, find someone to bring in here who can give us a game. Because guess what? Literally, like 3 weeks from now, after the international break, the Carabao Cup starts. And then we've got Champions League games. So you're not going to go, ekitike Salah Gakpo. Okay, Champions League. Ekitike Salah Gakpo. Premier League. Ekitike Salah Gakpo. You cannot do this. You have to rest players. You have to rotate. And the last thing I want to do is, and I do agree with Callum, listen, I'm a big fan of Rio. I said he's our own Lamine Yamal. So you're not going to catch me saying anything bad about Rio Gomoa. I love Rio Gomoa. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to ease him in. So I think Rio's debut is probably going to be in the Carabao Cup game. So I think Rio Gomoa probably starts the Carabao Cup game. That's his debut. And even if you want him to play, you're going to have to ease him in step by step. So, okay, so then there's a prime example to all this. Let's say Gakpo in training on Friday feels his leg a little bit and he's out for a week. Are you going to play Rio against Arsenal? Come on now.
No.
Yeah, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. We need a body, bro.
I'd play Chiesa on the left. Or I'd play Wirtz on the left and put Soberstein in the 10.
You need a body, Tom. It's about quantity as well as quality.
Liverpool...
Bring a loan. Bring loan for a year. Just one player loan for a year.
What loan?
I don't know anyone. Bring a loan for a year.
I promise you.
Sign Calvert-Lewin. I don't care.
No. I promise you. There is a line to where I'd just rather use Jayden Danns. I'd rather use Jayden Danns than some of these shit loan offers coming through. Genuinely.
So Tom,
we are dead set. We are dead set on Isak. There is no point in pivoting away from that.
Tom, let me ask you a question. We've got Jayden Danns, who's older than Rio, more experienced than Rio.
Yeah.
But you still want Isak.
Yeah, because Dan's needs a loan.
And Rio doesn't.
No, Rio doesn't need a loan at this point in his career.
So is Rio further ahead than Jayden Danns in his in his football
Talent-wise, Rio's further ahead. We have to be honest.
Rio's got more ability than Jaden Danns.
Yeah, but
Jaden
you
Danns
made
also
a
needs
very
to play
bad
more.
point there. You made a very bad point. No, I'll tell you why you made a bad point. Because when someone's as talented as Rio, he can still be relied on. I still think Rio can be relied on. I just don't think it's to the extent that
When we
Thomas
sitting there saying that Jaden Danns is one of the better finishers at the clubs and all that recently.
Jaden Danns needs a loan to get regular first team football that he has missed out on because he was injured last season. If Jaden Danns had got the regular first team football in the second half of last season, the conversation would be different. But Jaden Danns missed most of last season through injuries. So what he needs now, if I have to keep him for 6 months to hold it down until January when we get Isak, what has to happen once we get that other striker through the door is Jaden Danns needs a loan to where he can play week in, week out. And then you will see the jump that he needs. Right now, Rio at 17 doesn't need a loan to get regular football on the legs. Rio Wangamo at this point in time needs to train with the better players, learn from the better manager, and get the minutes that he's getting. Jaden Danns is at the point in his career where he needs to be playing week in, week out, and playing against defenders of a different mould.
Would you play Trainioni tonight?
No, because I've got enough midfielders.
Just asking a question, trying to see where we're gauging that.
I've got, if I had to, yes.
I'll be honest, Callum.
If it came down to it, yes.
No, I am asking him because I can't understand what he's doing in his stream. I can't understand it. So I'm genuinely trying to figure him out, and I can't.
That's why I'm saying we need a body in there.
No, bro, we've been arguing, but we all know we need a body, but Tom doesn't think we do. So I'm trying to understand where his mind's at with this. I genuinely am.
My mind is that Liverpool, there is no point in pivoting away from Alexander Isak. The football club are not going to do that. The football club made it abundantly clear that they only want a striker. If they wanted a winger, they would have got the fucking winger in by now because the wingers have been available for how long? So it's obvious to me that they don't want this winger, otherwise he'd be in through the door. So it's obviously Isak or bust. If that's the case, and you can't get Isak this window for whatever reason, you should wait. You wait till January, you get him in January. And in that time, you use what you've got in your squad, what you've got from the academy to see you through. But the idea that you can go and get a loan for someone, I would rather give the loan minutes to Jaden Danns.
I genuinely hope if we don't do anything for the rest of the window, I genuinely hope I'm wrong. I do. But if I'm not, we're coming back to this stream.
I agree. I think it will cost us. Let me grab these supers before I ask the guys about Guehi as well. Speaking of depth. Big up to Tampa Line who says, run up the likes, people. Subscribe as well. Guys, we got almost 2,000 people in here. Let's get the likes up. I do agree with Tampa Lion. You get me. He spent his hard-earned money to tell you this. Close the live chat and hit the like button right now, people. Come on, let's get to 600, 700 likes, 800 likes. Let's go. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel as well. This show, even though we switch days, has 2,000 live viewers. So I appreciate you all. And you're all here watching Tom moan. Big up to Tandiz who says, please, Sir Joe Linton, I'm begging you. Begging you to do what? But I love this hypocrisy by rivals. If a Liverpool fan goes like, Saka's injured, haha, everyone will run. But now you're basically asking for one of our players to be injured.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that Newcastle fans are all like about Joel Linton and that smashing Liverpool players up tonight? They're not actually talking about them playing proper football, getting the ball on the floor and knocking it about. They're talking about just violently beating Liverpool players up. So
they know about Isak if they play proper football against us.
Exactly. So as I'm saying, they're like, it's so hypocritical, isn't it, man?
Back three at this point, Soboslai wing back. Low-key, back three today is not even the worst idea in the world. It can work.
It'd be the third centre back.
Tom, you have anger management issues. You need to relax.
I'm just being logical.
You're not even like a smoker or anything. I'm supposed to be the angry one.
Liverpool haven't played a back three since 2017 when Emre Can and Gini Wijnaldum played in the back five against fucking Brighton. We don't play back threes.
We actually won 5-0 that day as well.
We did. Liverpool are not going.
Away at Brighton it was, right?
I know a lot of people say like tactics, this and that. Liverpool are not going to change how they play. Liverpool will play exactly the same way as they always do against Newcastle tonight. Nothing's going to change. Just the personnel on the pitch.
Okay, blood. Jones needs to step up his game or he's gone next summer, is what Matty's saying. Hey, Matty, bro. Listen.
I mean, as much as I love Curtis Jones, I think he's the one that gets sacrificed if we go for Wharton.
Yeah, he is going to get sacrificed. I think, look, this way is very important for us to complete. You see, this comes back to what I said in January. This is why it was pivotal for us to sign Kvaratskhelia in January. Up until fraud over here opened his mouth, it was a possibility. You get me? It was a possibility.
It wasn't.
Just imagine genuinely, we had Kvaratskhelia, Gakpo, ekitike, bro. I'll be happy. I'll be like, yo, let's run it. Jaden Dance, Rio Gomoa, I don't care. Play Rio Gomoa if Kvaratskhelia is there. But now we let that go and we messed up, man. We messed up. The ball accuses Jones for wow. Crazy super chat, Gregory. But I see your name is Greek, so I'm not gonna mess with you. Big up, Mr. Marinakis. Big up to Anfield Road. That says Curtis has the consistency of Tom's temperament.
What's up, Curtis Jones is incredibly consistent.
Tom is so angry today. I don't know why. I don't know who's chatting his cereal. Big up to Vida the Vikas, who said after Slot's recent comments about 6 forwards, I don't think we're getting Isak this summer. We'll get him in January, like PSG got Kvara, and then we'll win the Champions League. Also, Dominic King reported Rodrygo not an option.
Oh, that doesn't count though, because who's Dominic King? When I say who's Dominic King,
I asked you who Dominic King was, and you said he works for the Daily Mail. That's where the conversation.
I don't even know who Dominic King is.
Do you trust the Daily Mail, Tom? Then no, that's what I thought. Let's move on, Hassan. Go for it, bro.
I didn't even let me answer.
Because if you trusted the Daily Mail, you'd have answered yes straight away.
You'd say yes immediately.
I trust the journalists that work there. Yes.
Yeah, isn't Dominic King a Scouser as well? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, Tom's a Scouser. I don't trust him. He'd stab me in the back.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I'm surprised he works for the Daily Mail because, as I keep saying, fuck the Daily Mail. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100% fuck the
No, that's
Daily
what I'm
Mail.
saying. Like, how is the Daily Mail all of a sudden getting all these inside?
Yeah, that ain't the source. That ain't the source around.
Like crazy work.
You ain't getting Isak. Cal is a fraud. Big up Jamie. Wow.
Big up Philippe.
So even fan bases of other clubs just hate on Callum. I love it. He deserves. Big up to Akia, who says, big up everyone. We are on the final days now. Isak is coming home. Don't worry. Now let's beat Newcastle 4-0. 4-0, habibi. Come on, 4-0. Like, inshallah, we win today. And I look forward to it. Even Vel made a fraudulent thumbnail for tonight watch along. But you get me. Bro, like, 4-0 is mad. That's all I'm going to say, mate. Lads, is it true McAllister's not in the squad? Someone just sent me actually a thing where it says McAllister could be in the squad.
There's two different people saying two different things.
Yeah, some people are saying he is in the squad.
So there's two different people recorded the players walking into the hotel yesterday. One of them said McAllister isn't with the squad. The other one said he is. So we won't know until...
Do you know... Gravenberch was with the squad in their first game of the season, but he didn't play.
Yeah,
that was because he was suspended.
Oh no, not that game. The Community Shield game.
Community Shield game.
Yeah, the Community Shield game.
Grav was at Wembley.
Yeah.
Big up to you, Ahmed. Need another number 9 and a centre half. 100% is what Michael Spartanley is saying.
I agree. I do agree. We need a striker and another back to win it. Yeah. Centre back. I agree, man. Get Guehi in, man. Guehi can do everything.
Big up, lads. Back from my 2-week holiday. There's no way this just happened.
What?
There's no way this just happened. 1 second. Let me just get through these. A big up, lads. Back from my 2-week holiday, just in time to watch Hugo Boss smash the tunes and do the Isak celebration afters into them. Redmond, hey, I'd love for ekitike to do that, man. Let's go. In that case, why didn't we just keep Nunes?
Because he's not good enough.
You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
The less I say about Nunes, the better. I'm trying to be a better man this season. Why are you so angry all the time, Tommy Blue? Calm down. Damn, you're getting called out in Thailand. Let's go. Let's go. Jordanian dad need to discipline the Scout's dad. It's the other way around. It's Jordanian dad need to discipline the Scout's kid. We cannot be both dads, mate. It's not how this works. You get me? There need to be a child in this relationship, and that's definitely Tom. You see from all his shouting. Man United fans and pundits during the Trent saga were talking morals and we should behave. Why don't we look at the Evra gigs? You know, I'll be honest with you. Thank God we don't have Sky over here. But every time I get a clip like of these Sky guys and their first statement is "We're Man United," I immediately switch it off. Like I hate it so much. Like you're boring.
Can I ask a question?
What?
If we keep Elliot, and
it's the long question.
No. If we keep Elliot and we keep Chiesa and we don't sign Isak, would you guys be alright with that? In terms
Say
of
that
depth?
again.
If we don't sign Isak, but we keep Elliot and we keep Chiesa, and then Rio's the backup to Gakpo.
No, I'm not fine with that. We already agreed.
No, you need another forward. We need another
forward. It depends on the. Am I getting Isak in January? Do I just need that to hold the fort down for 6 months?
I don't know if we get him in January.
I don't know.
If you're not giving me, if I'm operating on the basis that we will get Isak within 12 months.
I think Liverpool will get someone. By the way, I want to make something clear.
If Liverpool know within 12 months they're going to get Isak, whether it's now, January, next summer, I'm fine running it. I'm fine running it with that.
I hate it when mom and dad fight, is what Mantis is saying. Agree with you, Tom. Can you stop deep throating the mic?
I have to get my points across somehow.
Yeah, you don't have to go like this and start shouting and then penetrate everyone's ear.
Why are you deep throating the mic, Sam?
Please don't let your kids turn out to be like Tom, throwing fits, shouting and losing his mind over reasonable debate. These white kids need to be disciplined. Wow.
Oh, chill,
Wow. Nothing wrong with Tom's point, but forget about how many trophies, which was the target. If we don't sign 2 players, we ain't winning shit with Chiesa and Rio as sub. I do agree we need bodies in there. Jay, the activist, says no one is listening to Tom. That's been my life for the last 3 years.
I mean, Jay, by the sounds that you've been listening for the last hour and 21 minutes.
Ooh, 1-0 Tom. Hey, Tom finally punching back. I can't see Jones on the pivot. We will get cooked by Newcastle's midfield. We need either Granberg or Endo alongside Szoboszlai. We play a 3 midfield, 2 8s and a 6. I think Endo would get absolutely bullied today. It's the worst game for him. We need to bring Endo on as the closer. That's it. Guys, 1,900 people are in the building. Almost 2K people in here. I think we need to sort out Tom, chat. Before we sort out Tom, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. There's only one way. I know Callum deep down, if it was allowed, he would genuinely like, you get me, he would love to just punch Tom in the face. But unfortunately, unfortunately, he lives a little bit far away from him, so he can't. So we have to bring someone who lives a bit closer to him to sort him out.
Completely
the real Scouser is here, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Redmond, mate!
Like one of the boys.
Sort him out, man.
I would never hit Tom. I'd never hit
What's Tom chatting now, Tom? You're not chatting bananas, are you?
He is.
No, I don't think I am.
You're chatting more bubbles than Nemo, Tom. I can already tell. What have you said?
I don't think I am. I've just sat there and said.
Oh, what has he said? Lying to me, I can tell. Go on. What has he said?
He's basically said if we don't get Isak, it's okay. We got Rio Gomo and Chiesa.
That's not okay, Tom.
No, I've said I don't want us, if we can't get Isak, to pivot to some shit loan. And I know that the football club don't want a winger, because if they wanted a winger, they would have bought one by now, because the winger's been the easiest one to buy.
Tom, it wasn't Hussam who suggested a shit loan, was it?
Hussam suggested Eddie Nketiah.
No, I said it's an extreme example. No, James, he's lying. You know, James, you've known me for a while. No, James, you've known me for a while. You know Tom's a liar. You know, we established this by now. Before I gave the example, I said I'm going to use an extreme example just to make my point, which is I just said we need a body in there. That's it.
I sat there and said I would rather use Jaden Dans than a shit loan.
On that individual statement, though, I agree with Hussam that we do need at least one body coming in. That being said, though, we're so invested into Isak, the situation is more complicated than what meets the eye. So it's like you go all the way in. I don't think we go all the way in if we don't have good indications. But if we're going off the scenario that we fall short, you have to criticise there not being a backup. But then I sympathise with with Liverpool in general and the hierarchy, because what other alternative besides Julian Alvarez do you have that even remotely equates to Isak if you don't get him. There's no one really. Once Isak falls through, you're now in the market with Newcastle for the likes of Nicholas Jackson if you're that desperate for a striker. Because that's the second category of strikers. It's the ones who are inconsistent. So for me, it's Isak or nothing. And I think that's been the club's sort of goal from the start. Because like Tom said, if we do miss out on him, we might still have the chance to get him in January. So what I'll ask the panel is, would you rather temporarily getting again, just for the sake of argument, like the way Hussam used Eddie Nketiah, Ollie Watkins, would you rather put him on a big contract with big wages when you could wait till January to get Isak? Or do you just use what you've got now in the hope that you can complete the deal? It's complicated, but that's the position we put ourselves in, going all in for Isak.
The Newcastle owner's flown in and he'll be at the game tonight.
Say that again? Who said that?
The deal's getting done.
Keith Downey, the Newcastle journalist for Sky.
Yeah, exactly, man. Deal's happening.
Yeah, Newcastle United chairman.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
You're telling me there's a chance. But it's getting done. Do you know Newcastle fans getting dead excited on Fabrizio and all these journalists who have been speaking in recent hours? Why are you celebrating? I was on the show with Jamie last night. Big up to Jamie because we've done a show very late.
Big up,
father and son. Remember that.
Father and son now, apparently. Yeah, madness.
Who's the father?
No.
Well, I'm 20 years older than James, ain't I?
Yeah, I know Tom's my
this narrative, by the way, this was purely created by and his.
No, I said Tom is my son. So why is James your son?
When I point here, am I pointing to you, Hussam?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. On my screen, Jamie's there, right?
Yeah.
So, the point is, though, anyway, for me, Fabrizio Romano, if you were to take Fabrizio Romano's word for gospel, what that would imply to me is that Newcastle are waiting, based on that clip that Jamie showed me yesterday, that clip in isolation would tell me Newcastle are going to wait to see if they can convince Isak next week as well, because they failed to this point, but they're still hoping there's a chance. If they fail to convince him to come back into the squad, they'll have no option but to sell him. And when you combine that with all the other reports which question Newcastle's confidence in this current part of the negotiations, it implies that he's on his way out. I am as confident as I've ever been that this deal gets done. I just think Newcastle fans are taking isolated quotes instead of the full things that the likes of Craig Hope has said and using it and running with it, and that's why they think he's going to stay.
Okay, just quickly on another player, Callum, because he's the king of unpopular opinions. He has an unpopular opinion on the Guehi thing. I want to understand why. I actually think the Guehi thing's a lot easier, Callum. I don't know why you're...
The reason I say that is because Guehi's not forcing a move. And Palace, in my opinion, are going to struggle to find a defender in time. And because they've sold Eze for big money, I don't think Palace are in a position where they're struggling for money. Now, again, they're not rich like us, for example, but I don't think them losing out on 35 million is going to kill them, as opposed to if he was a 60, 70 million pound player. I'm not saying it won't happen or it can't happen. I'm just saying I'm more confident of the Isak deal going through than the Guehi situation.
Well, do you know why
I hear
the only reason
Steve
why
Parrish is saying different, isn't he?
Yeah, and again, Parrish is coming out and saying the otherwise. He's saying they can't afford to let players go for free despite the Eze money. And I just think
the bigger picture there as well is I think Glasner's really unhappy with the situation at Palace, and I think Glasner would prefer to keep Mark Guehi and lose him on a free than sell him now and bring in someone who's a risk.
If that was the indication, though, I don't think Parrish is coming out and explicitly showing his hands by saying that they would need to sell Guehi. What Parrish has said is that they either would offer him a new contract, and if they can't, they have to sell him. Like, that's Parrish's stance, and that's even while Glasner was coming out with the statements talking about how, listen, they've remained professional, this, that, and the other. So I don't disagree with you, Cal, that Glasner will want to keep these players for the ambition of the football club in the short term, but I just don't think he's going to get the final say above Parrish. And again, Parrish wouldn't be saying what he said in the recent week, because it's only a few days ago he said all this. That's why that changes it for me. I think now they're more pushed to sell Guehi, and I don't think Glasner's going to have much of a say over it.
I mean, they were linked with a centre-back today from Toulouse, so it looks like they are looking at options for if they need to move him on. And
they can't afford to
they can't afford to let him go for free. They can't afford to let someone like that go for free.
And if it was like some second-tier
journal,
if it was some second-tier journal, I'd understand. But the fact it's the actual owner of the football club, amidst everything Glasner's been saying as well, and he said it since Glasner said these things and after he said these things. Yeah, man, I think I think it's not gonna be too much of an issue.
No, me neither. I think it happens quite quickly.
Same.
It's just about them getting their guy through the door.
Liverpool
they haven't managed to do yet.
I'll be honest with you. I went to look at the Parish quotes now when you guys were talking. That's why I disagree with Callum Loki. I think the way that Parish has been talking, he's basically saying, "Yo, if this guy don't renew, I'm selling him." That's basically what he's saying. Okay, let's think about it this way. January comes and Guehi. Okay, Callum is correct in terms of Guehi isn't throwing a fit. He's right.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't need to. But at the same time, Guehi's not signing a contract extension. That's another thing. So now let's say January comes and Guehi hasn't signed the contract extension. Liverpool could sign him for what, like 10 million, 5 million? So Parish, just by like not accepting, essentially, is giving up 20, 30 million, which, here's the thing, to Liverpool Football Club, that ain't a lot of money, but to Crystal Palace, that is a lot of money.
And the thing is as well, Guehi has came out and said that he's happy to stay for another year if that's what Crystal Palace force him into. Like, he's not in the same
But
position.
he won't resign.
Yeah, exactly. So he's not going to resign, but he's happy to remain the year. Like, he's happy with the conditions. He's obviously had these honest conversations. So, Cal, the difference between, like, Isak and... You'll know this, Cal, but I just mean, like, the reason why he's not kicking up a fuss is because, obviously, Isak has had different circumstances to kick up a fuss about, we know about the promises and stuff. Whereas Guehi, he's probably had these transparent conversations with a club. He's had a great...
And he loves Palace. He loves Palace as well. He's got a lot of love for Palace.
He loves Palace, so he's not in a position where he's desperate to go now. He knows all of the balls are in his court when it comes to next year. But he's happy to go now. And if it wasn't for Parish coming out with that statement, I wouldn't agree. But what suggests to me, Guehi saying he's happy to stay, Parish saying we have to sell him unless he signs a contract. It just all leads one direction for me.
Can I actually ask a question then? Do you think we meet his valuation?
Yes. I think if they're having to sell, they will be happily content with something slightly low for.
I think that's why Liverpool are waiting so late in this window to get him, because it's a game of cat and mouse, ain't it? So Liverpool got a valuation of Guehi. Crystal Palace have got their valuation. Liverpool have now heard the owner of Palace saying they can't really afford to keep him and let him go for a free. They need to sell him this summer. So Liverpool go wait, and then eventually they're going to go like, let's do the deal. I would be surprised if 35 million up front and then 5 million in add-ons.
I also think it's the intricacies of the deal, Jay. Like the installments when they're paid and all that stuff. So
I see Liverpool's point on this though, because if Liverpool value Mark Guehi as a £60 million centre back any other time of the year, and you got a year left in your contract, I can understand why Liverpool think 30 to 35 million is a good valuation for him with 1 year left if they're valuing him around 60 in a way. And then with Palace have every right to ask for 40. He's their player. So Liverpool got to find a meet in the middle. And I think that's why it's just...
I think Liverpool were always going to wait. I think the idea that, you get Leone first because there's a lot more competition for him from Italian clubs. And it's always a little bit harder to convince the Italians to leave Italy. Yeah. So it made sense to target him as your first one. Once you get him through the door, you're operating with a lot more sort of composure, a lot more.
The thing is, I trust Mark Guehi so much. I think he can offer you that, like, if Konate ain't playing or if Virgil ain't playing, he can offer you something like very big, and I like him as a person. I like his character. I like the way that he behaves as a human being as well. Like, I watched one of his press conferences when they asked him about his dad preaching during a game, and he said like God comes first and everything. Like, I love that about a human being, because I know like he's gonna be focused on the football 100%. He's gonna give it his all always. He's a leader. He's played in back threes, back twos. Like, he's genuinely the most perfect player to have for us right now, in my opinion. Perfect, like perfect.
Takes a lot of pressure off Virgil as well.
Yeah.
I think he comes in to push Konate out the team.
I was just about to say, I think he could. I think he has the ability to.
He could. I think he rotates with Virgil just as much as he rotates with Konate, in my opinion.
No, I think Virgil and Guehi is the partnership.
Yeah.
That's why
I think Leone plays the games that Van Dijk doesn't.
I think
Leone's going to need to play.
No, agreed. But then you've got potentially 60-odd games. Leone should get time. But I'm talking about, like, if there's a game where let's say I'm trying to think of an example. Maybe like Spurs away in the Carabao Cup. I don't think Virgil has to play that game. He could go Guehi and Konate. Whereas in previous seasons, I don't think we could do that.
I just think Guehi suits slot system more than Konate does. Because the one thing about Konate is his passing is awful. And
yes, but the difference is now, though, Jamie, what the right back does now. Last season,
Conor Bradley's got to be number one right back, can you?
No, but even if it doesn't matter who it is, to go through the same thing. The fact is, when the Rat played at right back last year, he didn't go forward much. He wasn't bombing on. So he was always there was a little bit more coverage for Konate. He only had to sit in a little bit more central. With Frimpong and with Bradley going right up and bombing on beyond Salah, we're going back to that thing where Konate needs to do channel defending on the right. So that's where I think the Konate's strength. I know passing wise, you're right. Guehi's a much better passer, but I don't think Guehi is as good in the channel as Konate is, especially on the right hand side.
Yeah, maybe you're right there.
But that's what remains to be seen. Do you know what I will say about Guehi though? Is everything in terms of data, he suits perfectly for what we're looking for. He's entering that prime age of player that we like to buy because he's about to enter this peak. He's coming in as a captain. We know notoriously we like to have captains, whether of national team or so on and so forth. He's just impressive at all levels. He's played at for England and Palace. He's a winner. He's proven it on big stages. So I just think that, he can cope with the best attackers in the league. He's proven that. And that's why I think he can contest with Konate. Yes, they both have different strengths and weaknesses. But again, though, I think the Guehi motivation is to lay off a lot of pressure when it comes to the Konate thing. Because I'm guaranteed...
Guehi played at Wembley when they beat City, right?
That's right.
He did go off. He did go off injured that game.
Oh.
No, not against us. Against City, I said.
No, he went off injured against City as well, I think.
Which minute?
Didn't he go off and then come back on in that game?
I thought he tried to, but he had concussion. Yeah, he went off in the 61st minute with an injury, concussion.
But he's got that very leader feel, doesn't he? Like, do you like the way
he absolutely does, yeah.
Do you know his centre-back partner? Is it LaCroix? I don't want to say his name wrong.
LaCroix, yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of people said he outperformed him last year, but boys, how many times did we watch Matip and Virgil together where Matip outperformed Virgil?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but that, you know what that indicates as well, Cal, I'm sure you'll agree, like good leadership, like organising your defence, do you know what I mean? Yeah, and that makes the defenders around you just look better.
100%. I really want us to sign Guehi. I think
Guehi's him.
He's him.
Yeah, definitely is. You know when... So me and James talking about this last night. You know when Virgil was at Southampton. Yeah, Virgil was the best defender in the league at Southampton, yes, but no one acknowledged it because he had a Southampton jersey on. Right when he came to Liverpool, he was only there for a few months. At the end of that season, everyone was talking about him as the best defender in the world, not just like in England. Guehi is a tremendous centre back because he wears the Crystal Palace jersey. He's not getting the respect he does off us looks, we know. But of the majority of football fans, they look at Guehi, he's a Crystal Palace centre-back. He's quality.
Yeah.
He's quality. And once he puts that Liverpool jersey on, playing with the Konates and Virgils of this world, his game's going to go up go up even more. So, yeah, he's a quality player, man. Quality player.
Okay, guys, let me grab this super before we end the stream. Big up to Future Nexus, says James Redmond. Yes, brother.
My man. Future Nexus.
This is now the best panel out there. Big up, lads.
Man.
Loki, I realized Callum don't have the streets like James Redmond. Like, that's something that I realized.
I've said this from the jump. James is the best Liverpool content creator, in my opinion.
I'm not having this. We all share one community. What are you on about?
No, we do, but I've always maintained that. I've always said that.
Thank you. I think we're all one good team.
Hassam just
I think Kopish is bound for pound the best.
Hassam's so toxic. He loves trouble. Look at him.
I think Kopish is pound for pound the best.
Just realised this.
I think pound for pound Kopish is the best Liverpool channel.
Yeah, I agree.
Everyone agrees. So James ain't
fuck us, Sue, Jamie. Fuck us, Sue.
Mom, you cannot be pound for pound the best channel when your most popular video is Amarim Prop. You will. Exactly. So that puts you out of the equation.
Everyone behind the scenes knows who I rate and who I rank in certain spots. Like I'd never say
tell
it
me
on
who
the
you
stream.
rank then. Say it
No, I'd
right
never
now.
say it on the stream. I'd never say it on the stream.
Jamie's a lone
Okay, so
ranger.
if I click end stream, you'll tell me off camera.
Say again?
So you tell me off camera.
Yeah, I'll tell you off camera, but I'm not going to do it on
So,
camera.
so you're actually genuinely going to tell me off. So if I end the stream, you would actually tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I know.
Okay, wait. Forget others. Where do you put me?
I'll tell you off stream.
No, just top what? I want to know.
I'll tell you off stream. Everyone,
No, forget everyone else. Just me personally. Where would you put
Where
me?
do I put
Top
you?
3, top 5, where?
I've got you top 3.
Okay.
Oh, fairs. I thought you were going to say top 5.
But Hussam, like
again, remember it's my preference as well, though, isn't it? Like,
no, of course, but also,
but the reason, sorry to cut you, James. The reason I wouldn't say it on the stream is because I just know it could just ruffle feathers and just.
People,
yeah, like just.
You get sore asses. I was going to say, Hussam, you're at that stage of your like sort of YouTube career where you're just going this way, basically. So it's like,
stop it, Dave. Stop it.
But you are though. You are like no, because when
I'm
met
just
you,
Hussam from Jordan. I'm just a regular guy.
He plays humble, but a minute ago he's like, "Well, you got to make."
I just said Kopish is part on the best Liverpool channel. I did Kopish prop, you fraud. Look at this guy.
Hussam, own up that you're a bit of a prick. All right, but
bro, this guy, I redirected to him. And his first statement is this.
You could send me 10,000 viewers and I would still uphold that you are a prick. But I love you. Like, he genuinely made my channel relevant that night. I went from 200 viewers to like about like 600, 700 and sustained it, by the way. And what did I tell everybody? All those viewers you added into my stream while you were there, Hussam.
That I'm a celebrity.
And a prick. And that's fine. Yeah. And that's all right. But we love you. And again, you're going this way. So what's top 3 now? I can see you like going even more, you know?
I think Kopish is number 1 for me.
I think they've got the most loyal and core fan base, but they're
I'd say Kopish is number 1. I'd say number 2 is Anfield Agenda, and I'd say number 3 is James Redmond.
My man.
That's what I'd say.
Look, I love our show on Kopish, but I can't put us at number 1.
I can't put myself in the top 3. That's very arrogant, and I'm a humble man. Tom's wrong opinion rattling the community again. Fact. That's just what Tom does. Number 66 is going to get piles in his first Madrid season. He already got punished. Hold that, Trent. Trent didn't join the Galacticos. He left them. Yellow ties at the ready. Guehi on deadline day. Remember Harry Redknapp? I'm not a wheeler here. I'm a fucking football manager. Love Harry Redknapp. Told Cal we should get Guehi and he cussed me.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I said I don't want Guehi to be Konate's replacement.
I trust Jay. I think you're lying. I think you're lying, blood. I think you're lying, mate. I think you're lying. But fairs. Anyway, guys, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Every single link is in the description. We're almost at 750 likes and we're almost at 58.5k. So let's get there. You get me, everyone. Please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe. He accuses me of being a celebrity, but he's almost on 90,000 subscribers. That's crazy. So you get me. Big up to all of you guys.
You get 1,000.
Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to everyone on the panel.
1,000 viewers.
James Phillips football.
Spam celebrity.
1,800. Big up to James Redmond TV.
You
Big up to Tom Little. Go subscribe. Yeah, stop it. Yeah, I'm a humble guy. I don't like to do that.
I'm getting red cheeks just by being in your presence. That's how much of a celebrity you are, my brother. You are a celebrity.
Anyway, see you guys later.